Yo, what's good everybody? Welcome back to a brand new video. My last video, I didn't really describe where the hell I'm at. Literally in the dining room. So just thought I figured something out new. Probably not doing it for this video, but for my last video, if you didn't see it, go ahead and see it. It's pretty good. I would definitely say that for sure. Explains my experience at the Catskill Regional. And you know what else was at the Catskill Regional? This deck that I played during the regional. I played Branded Mine Eldlich, baby. You may think that's toxic. It may be toxic. It's definitely toxic. I'm not gonna lie to you, bro. I'm really not. But honestly, this deck performed so well for me. And if I didn't get knocked out, honestly, thought I would have had a chance to top. For sure. I made it all the way to round 6. My matchups, round 1, lost against Tier Element. It's Tier Elements. It is already expected. Round 2, I won against Punk Eldlich. 60 card pile. I guess 60 cards is a lot of cards after all, you know. Round 3, I went up against Punk, Tier, Splight, some sort of version with those 3 cards in it. Yeah, it was pretty. It was pretty insane. Round 4, I went up against. Damn, I'm not gonna lie to you. I don't remember everything. So the rest of the match is gonna be in the description down below. Oh yes, sir. There we go. All right. Without further ado, let's just get straight into the deck list. All right. For the main deck, we're playing double copies of Eldlich the Golden Lord. Pretty generic. I'm not gonna lie. It's just how Eldlich is played. We're playing triple copies of Scarlet Sanguine. It summons Eldlich from deck of Grave. Conk. It just destroys the card. DD Crow, probably one of the better cards in the format right now. And we're playing double copies of Cursed Ally because we are playing the branded version. So within this is pretty generic except for this. Some things that may be changed, maybe for this format, who knows. Playing triple copies of Hakera because Tier Elements, neither cards to resolve, and the thing about Tier Elements, they need to fuse with the monster that activated the effect. So if you banish that monster that activated the effect, they can't fuse anymore. So that's definitely one thing for sure. People, as much as you've been considering it, and to the people that listen to their friends when they tell them 3 Eldlich is bad, tell them to I don't know, I really can't tell you what to say to them, but honestly 3 Eldlich might be something you can consider as well. They may call you bad players, but I call them spicy because they're gonna be mad when they see the 3rd Eldlich and be all like, "Oh boy, I didn't think so." Because once your opponent gets rid of both your Eldlich from graveyard, you really can't play your deck anymore. So a 3rd Eldlich might be something worth considering. So that's gonna be it for the Eldlich cards. Now getting straight to the next batch of cards over here. We played 2 copies of Fallen of Albaz with triple copies of Branded Fusion. So honestly, this is all I play for the Albaz stuff and main deck. So double Albaz, triple Branded Fusion. It's just pretty generic. Today, Albaz normal summon, break your opponent's board is actually pretty insane. And even summoning this guy, I didn't come up, but summoning this guy, even just with the special summoning condition, it's just pretty insane. So honestly, something worth thinking about. So we played those cards. We played Dogmatica Engine. So we played the 1 Ecclesia with double copies of Nadir Servant and double copies of Dogmatica Punishment. So small engine, pretty good. Nadir Servant, literally sending certain cards from your extra deck to the graveyard is really, really good. And you'll see once you see the spice. And things you send with the graveyard can also be sent with the Dogmatica Punishment as well. Literally, most of my extra deck is just a toolbox for sure. And Ecclesia, kind of really, you know, it's just there for me more than half the times. It's just for me to use Nadir Servant, to be really honest with you. So, Dogmatica Engine, really good cards. No, absolutely not. I had to play these because I could not get Prosperities in time. Also, Prosperities break your bank account. I don't want to sell kidneys right now, especially when the Megatons are right around the corner where we might have a possibility of getting copies of Pot of Prosperity. So I kind of had to rock with the Pot of Extravagance. It kind of effed me over a couple times yesterday, so I'm not going to lie to you. Not the best card, especially with the ratios that I play in my extra deck. So you're just gonna have to see for that. Honestly, that's the only card I would change as of right now from what I showed you. And maybe even Dogmatical Punishment, you might cut it. I don't know. It did me justice. Here's when everyone exits out the video. We're playing triple copies of mine with triple copies of Demise of the Land and 1 copy of Metaverse. Literally, these cards did not do anything today. It was just literally hard activating mine. Hard activating mine literally just helped out so much because it just base negates. And if your opponent cannot do anything about it, literally they just scoop. Like I activated mine against someone and they just said, yeah, game 2. Like literally, it just did so much for me. Demise of the Land and the Metaverse, the theory's there. It just didn't come up, so yeah, that's the thing. And when it comes to going second, these cards go out anyways. And most decks, playing, not most decks, most games 2 and 3, literally these cards, no, like you probably won't even be seeing them, especially if you win after you lost game 1. If you go game 2 going second or something like that, you know what I mean, yeah. And here's everyone else's favorite part, or the part if they didn't exit out of Mystic Mine, they exit out for this. Floodgates. Skill Drain. Skill Drain. Did me justice today. Splight? No. What else? Yeah, honestly, something else just said no as well. So, yeah, great card. Goes a match. Great card. Love this card. And Rivalry. Great. Amazing. I love this card as well. Honestly, something I would probably consider changing. Maybe not really. I want to add Summon Limits so bad. Summon Limits are such good cards. So, and with this version, I mean, not that I kind of had to. I just cut it out. I just really didn't think about it. Summon Limit would have just came out so clutch, especially literally against any matchup, honestly. Because, like, Tears summon a lot of times. Splight summon a whole bunch of times. Rogue combo decks, you know how they are. Like literally anything like that. So those are my Floodgates. Honestly, all did their justice. Everything like that. Splites, Tears, they can't play. So, and in case you had to go seconds because I literally only won 1 die roll today. And literally, oh yeah, one of my matchups, Eldlich Mirror. So honestly, it didn't matter. Triple copies of Solemn Strike, right? So your opponent's whole entire Splight board, right, with Frog, everything like that. Set 5, any Floodgate and Solemn Strike, you just basically break their board. You just break their board, going second with just setting 5. Like it's just insane. So Solemn Strike, just a goated card for sure. Now going to the extra deck. So I built this extra deck, preparing for me to play Prosperities, but I did not play Prosperity, so some things should have changed. So yeah. Double copies of Mirror Jade with double copies of Albion. Very terrible mistake. Play fucking 3. Like, I cannot describe how Extravagance just banished both of these and just kept these 2. I'm all like, whoop-de-doo. It doesn't do anything for me. So, literally, terrible mistake just to play 2 of these. And the one, whatever the hell name this is. So, literally, I just send this off of Extravagance. More than half, not just Extravagance, I send this off of Punishment and the Dear Servant more than half of the time just to get my Branded Fusion into hand. So yeah, this card, yeah, it did its job, never summoning it. Or if you go up against like a Dragon League player, you just normal Albaz, use no effect, and then just like fuse everything, honestly. Because more than half of the time, your opponent doesn't even know like that this card has a special summoning condition instead of just fusion summoning it in general. So that's actually pretty good. Albion, great card. Just play 3, honestly, if you're gonna play Extravagance. And Mirror Jade, and you know, gotta look at that sexy foreign copy of this card. Thank you to Matt who let me borrow this because damn, this thing is beautiful for sure. Mirror Jade did his job. Wasn't the main GOAT of the today. I mean, honestly, it was along with mine. Like those 2 cards did me justice for sure. So that's gonna be it for the Albaz fusions. So Super Poly targets first, right? And the next Super Poly target actually was pretty weird. This really good. It came up against one of my other matchups, which was Predaplant Despia with Therion engine. Garura, like Splites, good luck. Good luck, Splites. and Mud Dragon of the Swamp. Honestly, the best three Super Poly targets for this format for sure. And something that I did today that not today, yesterday, that was pretty insane. Literally, I think it was my round 3, where I said I went up against Splight. Bro, it's just confusing. I'm not gonna lie to you. Punk tier Splight. Literally, they set up Barone and Toad, Super Poly away for Entis. Literally, Entis says you need 1 Synchro, 1 XZs. It's just insane. Like, oh my god. I just didn't think like, oh, Super Poly, Entis, good luck. Because, and when it's sent to graveyard, you just target a card, destroy it. Mainly, Entis is just used for sending off of Nadir, off of Punishment. So, that's honestly why I used it for. But that moment right there, it was just so nuts for sure. And other cards that you summon, Link Spider and Gustav Max. Link Spider to get the trap monsters out the way so you can use their effects at the end phase. And Dreadnought, not the Dreadnought, the Rail Cannon Gustav Max is just used to burn your opponent for 2,000 whenever your opponent is at very low life points. Did not come up because Extravagance kind of butted in. And something that I'm playing in the side deck, Ultimate Slayer target right over here. So I just needed a link, not a link, a synchro. So this was the best one. Camber roster protects your back row. Whenever your opponent will activate Lightning Storm or Twin Twister or anything like that. Besides from Solemn Judgment, which is in the side, this also helps out as well because it just forces your opponent to either do other things they need that they really don't want to do, or they just, how you say this, or they just can't play after they drew only 1 Lightning Storm or 1 Twin Twister. Hate this card. Came up in my hand the one time I did not need to lose a game. Literally. This card, yes, you already know why this is here. If you don't, literally, if you send this off of Nadir Servant or Ultimate Slayer, you banish it and this for cost from your deck, and it just sends a card. It just does not target or anything like that. So I can see why it's good. Maybe I might replace that with something else. Who knows? Triple Lava Golem and triple Spear Mode. Literally sided these 6 every time I went second. Did not see any of them whatsoever. It was literally, I don't get it. I really don't. Like, I want to see these. They don't come in my hand. Great. So those are the monsters that I play for going second. More going second cards. Double copies of Ultimate Slayer. This card is so powerful. Literally came up against whatever the hell that punk. I'm not gonna commit to the name again. But literally Ultimate Slayer. Goodbye Barone. Literally just crash one of my monsters into another monster. Activate Wind Pegasus from grave. Shuffle back another one. Pretty good. Super Poly, great, amazing card. Like, it's just any board, because I do have those Super Poly target. Any board goes bye-bye. No shot whatsoever. Judgment came up so much. Literally, every time I go first, I always side these cards in, even if my opponent's playing back row hit or not, because that one certain spell, trap, or even just one summon would just be all like, yeah, I'm gonna just Judgment. Because also the fact, like, you can play other cards like Offerings to the Doom, but I'd rather just have one card to go up against a lot of other things besides just from playing Offerings to the Doom for one encounter. Offerings to the Doom would be used for the normal summon of a monster. Normal summon of a monster and not activate effects, so they don't lose it right away to anything else, because Splights are just like that. So just Judgment. Literally pay more than half of your time. Your opponent cannot do anything else because their hand is just full of Splight monsters. So that's also a thing right there. So that is it for the deck. I actually like this deck a lot. 43 cards main. Literally, it just performs so well. Honestly, something that I would change. Add in summon limit somehow. Yeah, add in summon limit somehow. Prosperities, obviously. Yeah, other than that, I love the main deck for sure. Side, maybe get rid of the both twins from extra and side, And what else would I change here? Honestly, I don't know anything else. It's just really good. If I had a third Ultimate Slayer, maybe I would change that to bump it to 3. And from extra, please play 3 if you're gonna play extravagance. That just ruined my day. Gustav, yeah, it's not really needed, but when it came up, it just was banished off of prosperity and off of extravagance. Gotta love Yu-Gi-Oh, right? But other than that, thank you so much for watching this video, and I hope you all have a good day. Remember to subscribe, comment, or anything you want to do. Don't be negative, anything like that. Let's just have a nice, genuine conversation in the comment section down below. Thank you so much, and have yourself a great day. Peace.